Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. As I had said previously, the Bhāgavatam is being spoken in three places. The first place is Naimisharanya, where Saunaka and 88,000 rishis are listening to Sutta Goswami. Saunak Rishi is the leader of 88,000 rishis. On behalf of 88,000 rishis, Saunaka asks questions to Sri Sutta Goswami. Second narration is going on in Sukarkhetra, on the bank of Ganges. Place is called Sukarkhetra. And the speaker is Sri Sukadeva Goswami, and questioner and listener is King Parikshit, the emperor of this planet Earth. Third place is Maitreya Muni and Vidura Maharaj. That is also taking place. Discussion is taking place about Śrīmad Bhāgavatam on the bank of Ganges, but in Haridwar, like that. So Saunaka Rishi asked, "Hey Sutta Goswami, please explain to me, please explain to us all about why Vidura Maharaj had left his place and again returned back there." Sutta Goswami said, "Oh great sages, A Saunaka, same question was asked by King Parikshit to Sri Sukadeva Goswami. What I heard from him, I will tell you exactly the same. Vidura Maharaj had left his prosperous palace, his position as a prime minister, and went to all the holy places where he had met Maitreya Muni on the bank of Ganges. You know the reason of Vidura's leaving Hastinapur is because of Duryodhana's treacherous act and disrespect." Parikshit Maharaj asked, Sukadeva Goswami speaks, Parikshit Maharaj asked, "Oh great sage, Sukadeva Goswami, can you please tell me Vidura Maharaj left that place and returned back. He was a pure devotee. Vidura Maharaj was a pure devotee. And Maitreya is a pure devotee. When two devotees, pure devotees combine, it's not ordinary discussion that takes place there. Can you please narrate to me what discussion took place between Maitreya Muni and Vidura Maharaj?" See, Parikshit is asking questions to Sukadeva Goswami, and that is narrated by Sutta Goswami to 88,000 rishis headed by Saunaka Rishi. Sutta Goswami says, when Parikshit asked all knower Sukadeva Goswami, disciples should glorify their guru the best they can. They should never recite the name of their guru disrespectfully. That is the law. Like Sukadeva Goswami's guru is Radharani, he never recited her name, and he spoke all 12 cantos, 18,000 verses. Never repeated name Radha, because Guru's name should not be repeated by a disciple disrespectfully, at least nowadays, very careful. Sutta Goswami says, hearing the question of King Parikshit, Sukadeva Goswami became very pleased and told, O king, Sukadeva Goswami says, this is repeated by Sukadeva Goswami there. Sukadeva Goswami says, O king, this is an episode took place long ago. I'll tell you. When Dhritarashtra followed his wicked son's desires, wills, whatever Duryodhana wanted, Dhritarashtra followed. And following his son, wicked son, Dhritarashtra mistreated, evil behavior towards his Yudhishthira, thus, and 5 Pandavas, the sons of his younger brother. Pandu was younger brother of Dhritarashtra. He even tolerated the pitiful cry of his daughter-in-law Draupadi, the wife of 5 Pandavas, in the assembly when she was pulled by hair and ready to disrobe her. He tolerated that. The innocent Pandavas, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Dharmaraj, religion personified, were cheated by Duryodhana in the assembly of Dhritarashtra. He tolerated. And not only that, he defeated Yudhishthira in the gambling tournament and sent the 5 Pandavas and Draupadi in exile. When they completed their exile, they returned and asked King Dhritarashtra to return their kingdom as was the promised an agreement in the tournament. The lawful kingdom of Pandavas was not returned by Dhritarashtra because he had lost all his purity due to committing so many offenses and sins. Offenses are more dangerous than the sins. Offenses are very difficult to mitigate. Sins can be mitigated by ritualistic ceremonies or going to places of pilgrimage, giving some charity. Charity given, while giving the charity, say for instance cash or a check, upon that sin committed by the giver sits there and charity taker takes it. Paranna bhojane pranam pano dagdha pratigrahe striya sandarsane manah kuto siddhi bhavishyati. Amazing. That's why Lord Brahma and Lord Vishnu, all the demigods, Lord Kṛṣṇa recommended only purified Brahmins who are born in that dynasty, they are authorized to take charity. Nobody else. Because Pano Dagdha Pratigrahe, when you take the charity giver's sin walk to you. You get burned because you got some sins too. When their sin, you can burn. Like that. So, when the kingdom was not returned, lawful kingdom, to Pandavas, then Lord Kṛṣṇa went as a message carrier, messenger of Yudhishthira to Kaurava's assembly. Remember that. Sa suhrada vyasane yasyat anya jati udbhavopi san bruddho sarvopi anyasyat sarvesham eva dehinam. The real friend is he or she who comes to aid at the time of difficulty. Lord Kṛṣṇa suhridam sarvabhutanam. He is the suhrada, the best friend, because he came to Pandavas at the time of their difficulty. When Draupadi had a time of difficulty, she called, "Oh, Govinda." Lord Krishna immediately came and provided her sari. It does not matter what caste, what creed, what color, what gender that person is from, background, no problem. Because that person came to help at the time of difficulty, that person is the greatest friend on the planet. I remember this. When I faced problem, two people came to aid me. That is Lochan Das and Nanda Kumar. Because of Nanda Kumar, I am alive today. Because of Lochan Das, I have a nice body, healthy body. Like that. So, it does not matter what background they come. They are the best friends. Should be thought in this way, in this material world. Then, Niti Shastra says, Apatkare tu samprapte, yan mitra mitra mev tat, buddhikare tu samprapte, amitropi surdo bhavet. See how Niti Shastra will tell. At the time of facing calamity, problems, difficulties, my problem is from other living entities, not from God. But devotee, whatever problem they experience, if somebody comes to aid you, help you, that is a good friend. But when you have good time, anybody can become your friend, even enemy will become your friendly with you, speaking sweetly to fulfill their motivation. Lord Kṛṣṇa is not like that. Lord Kṛṣṇa is Surdam Sarvabhutādām. He is everybody's friend, the best friend. Supreme Lord. When we surrender unto Him genuinely, imagine His help. So, Lord Kṛṣṇa went as a messenger of Pandavas in the assembly of Kauravas. And there He spoke nicely for their benefit. They did not recognize because they are sinful. Their all piety merits are destroyed. So they disrespected the Supreme Lord, even though He spoke so wonderfully there. Vidur Maharaj, when Lord Kṛṣṇa returned to Yudhishthira, Vidur Maharaj was called by Dhritarashtra about what had happened and what he should do, what he thinks. Because Vidur Maharaj is expert in Vedic scriptures, so he called. Vidur Maharaj came to the palace and Dhritarashtra asked him what he should do. Vidur Maharaj said, "O king, Yudhishthira is Ajata Satru. He feels no enmity towards anyone, though no enemy is born whom he feels enmity with. If you return their kingdom, lawful kingdom, as was promised in the tournament, they will forget all their atrocities extended towards them by your sons and you. You know, you are even scared of Bhima, the younger brother of Yudhishthira. He is breathing hard because of mistreatment and he wants to kill everyone. Please give their kingdom back." You know, Lord Kṛṣṇa has adopted and sided Pandavas. Lord Kṛṣṇa has many great kings on his side. And he is right now in Dwaraka. Why he told this in Dwaraka? Because Dhritarashtra, he indicated, Dhritarashtra is a king, he understands. He is indicating and he has the understanding that he could send a messenger to Dwaraka and console Lord Krishna. That's what it meant. Politicians. Lord Krishna has so many kings under his control, and all the Brahmins and demigods have sided the Yudhishthira Maharaj because Lord Krishna is sided. Yasmin tushte sarvameva tushtam bhavati. Lord Krishna is happy, then everybody is happy with them. All the demigods, all the Brahmins, they give blessings. Devotee is blessed by everyone. One has to be a heartfelt devotee. So, then he spoke other side of it. He said, O king, whom you are thinking to be your son and taking care of him, he is not your son. He is your enemy. You are listening to him and following his will. That is very dangerous for our kingdom. He said that. Suddenly, 4 Chandal Chokadi arrived there. Karna, Dusasana, Duryodhana and Shakuni. These 4. It's called Chandala Chokadi, means worst-minded people. Worst-minded. 4 people should not have meetings. Should have 5 or 3 or whatever, many, but not 4. Your son Duryodhana is a storehouse of sin. He is a mind full of offenses. If you want your goodness, you want goodness for the whole kingdom, relinquish immediately, take him out, send him out, discard him, reject him. Vidura was very saintly by nature. Everybody glorified his knowledge and nature, good nature. Everybody likes everyone, good people. But these 4 people heard this criticism for Duryodhana. They became very angry. Because by nature they were envious of 5 Pandavas. These dush people, wicked people, treacherous, ragged, nonsense, rogues. They became very angry with Vidura. Shouted, saying, who called him to come in this palace? He is the son of our maidservant. How come he entered here? We are taking care of him, we are supplying salary, and he is not siding, he is fault finding in us and glorifying, talking good about our enemies. But because he is a son of our maidservant, we will not kill him, we should get him out. Call the constables, take him out. Before constables reached Vidura Maharaj put his bow, whatever necessary ornaments he had, put there and left the palace. Then decided to go to holy places. So he changed his garb so nobody can recognize he is a Vidura. Unrecognizable dress. He was prime minister of Dhritarashtra king. So he knows how to act outside, how to change himself. He left for whole places of holy pilgrimage, thinking that war will take place, they will die themselves. There will be some problem, I don't want to be part of it. So he dispersed, went. While traveling everywhere in holy places, seeing the temples and taking baths and Ganges, or many other holy places. He reached Prabhāsa Kshetra, Gujarat. After taking bath in Saraswati, he, while moving further on and on and on and on, came to Vrindavan, bank of Yamuna. There he saw Uddhava, and both are friendly each other. They paid obeisances each other as devotees should do. That is the nature of devotees. They should humbly pay, not as a formality. They paid obeisances humbly, honestly, really, no showing, no show in it, no fake obeisances, and then stood up and embraced each other. Uddhava was not ordinary. He was the disciple of Brihaspati, the presiding priest of heaven. And Vidur Maharaj is not ordinary. He wrote Vidur Niti. So, Vidur Maharaj asked, you are friendly with Lord Kṛṣṇa, you're a devotee of Lord Kṛṣṇa. Can you please tell me about Lord Kṛṣṇa, how things going? Vidur Maharaj, when he finished speaking, Uddhava narrated what had happened there and how Lord Kṛṣṇa told him to take sannyas and go to Badrinath, Badrikāsramam to perform tapasya. Then Uddhava asked Vidur Maharaj about Pandavas, and he said he don't know anything because he's traveling in holy places. So Uddhava narrated what had happened, Kurukshetra war, and how all Kauravas have died, many kings, and Pandavas survived. When he heard that his family members and everybody died, he lamented a little. Vidur Maharaj lamented a little. But he said, it's all due to Dhritarashtra. He sent me out from his kingdom, not the son. Even though son said it, he could have said no, because he's the king. He's supposed to order. So, I'm traveling in holy places. He did not punish his son for any reason, for any time, even though in front of him his son disrespected me. They are all have become blinded by their wealth, prosperity, and knowledge. One should never become blinded by wealth, prosperity, high birth, education, or anything. Vidur Maharaj said to Uddhava, Lord Kṛṣṇa is unborn. He appears just to please his devotees. Just to please his devotees, he performed many transcendental pastimes. He got only 2 works when he appears in this world. He kills the non-devotees, demoniac people, and he protects the divine people, the devotees who are honestly devotees, and he gives them all kinds of pleasures by performing many transcendental deeds, he said. His goal is to please his devotees, main goal after his appearance. This was the discussion, and then Uddhava guided Vidur Maharaj to go to Haridwar. That's where he will meet Maitreya Muni. Thank you very much.